Every year, thousands of professionals gather at the Intercontinental Hotel in Buckhead to hear about the latest trends in web design. An event apart is the go-to conference for people who design websites. It's 3 days of inspiration filled with well-known industry experts like Jared Spool and Luke Wroblewski. Here's a recap of my experience at an event apart. Day 1 started with a presentation from Jeffrey Zeldman. First, a bit of trivia. Did you know the web turned 20 last year? Happy belated birthday! On a recent flight, a fellow passenger asked Jeffrey, "What exactly do you do?" Jeffrey found it hard to adequately describe his work. Just saying he was a web designer didn't seem to relay all the value he added to a team or a client. And if he found it hard to describe, most people might find it hard to understand. Zeldman encouraged us to be advocates for our profession and that we should focus on designing systems for people, not browsers. Although we want to be recognized and rewarded for creating pretty websites, what really matters in the end is that our clients find our sites to be usable. Samantha Toy talked about style tiles. These tiles are a new concept for designing or redesigning a website. Think of it like paint chips or fabric swatches used by an interior designer. These tiles have a collection or palette of elements like color, font, and images. Since most people have a visual side, the tiles make it easy to communicate the visual essence of a website without being too specific about design. In the Nimble process, Jason admitted that his web design process used to take weeks because he was afraid of showcasing an unfinished product. He encouraged designers to bring their business clients into the fold because the design process is really about communication. And he also recommended using sketchbooks. These tools aren't about being a good artist, but being a good thinker. Luke Wroblewski, affectionately known as Luke W., is widely regarded as the expert on mobile web design. Luke took us on a journey of Corningware, who invented the Gorilla Glass that's become so popular on smartphones, tablets, and other devices. 3 billion square feet of this LCD glass is sold every year, which means that our content is appearing in more places than just a laptop. The follow-up to this presentation was Mobile-First Responsive Web Design, where Jason Grigsby discussed the technical approach for building responsive websites. People expect typical websites to load within 2 seconds, and they expect it to be even faster on a mobile device. In fact, for e-commerce sites, performance affects conversions. Customers abandon their online shopping cart when the website load times are slow. Jason suggested that we use systems like MobiTest to see if our website is optimized for mobile. Day 1 ended with a great presentation from Jared Spool on user experience. Jared said that content and the user experience are inseparable. Clear writing and content can reduce support calls and add value. He talked about a case study with Walmart and Crutchfield, a camera retailer. Customers were given a specific amount of money to purchase a camera of their choice. The Walmart site used generic manufacturer descriptions of the cameras, while Crutchfield used user reviews, videos of employees using the camera, and tons of feature-specific information. Not only did customers spend more money on Crutchfield, but they purchased additional products on the website. Day 2 featured industry experts like Kevin Hoffman, Sarah Parmenter, and Andrew Clark. Kevin Hoffman challenged the notion of remote meetings. He pointed to the fact that Melissa Mayer changed the culture at Yahoo by insisting on more face-to-face meetings. This kind of collaboration is valuable for distributed teams. He suggested that we design meeting agendas that encourage collaboration and that we should plan meetings around decisions, not people. He interviewed the CEO of MailChimp, Aaron Walters. Aaron said that his team has a data nerd lunch every couple of weeks where different teams in the organization share data insights. Aaron said that we should, quote, make the silos porous so that you can share information. Next, Sarah Parmenter told us about the importance of using data to back up your decision making. She said that many organizations use vanity metrics like hits and page views. If you can't act on a metric, she said, then it's not valuable. Instincts are just experiments. Data is proof. The perceived value of a product goes up exponentially when you include good visual assets, like images, on your website. And it's important to look for patterns in the data, she said, which can take time. She described a case study where the client waited about 32 days before seeing profitability. Matt Marquise and Andrew Clark wrapped up the day with discussions on web images and responsive design and the way we approach our work. Matt mentioned that it's important to scale your images for the purpose. An image doesn't have to be large scale to make an impact. Smaller images also significantly improve download times on mobile sites. Andrew, an art school graduate turned web designer, had these final words. Number 1, find a medium that expresses your interest. Number 2, don't get intoxicated by a process or fall in love with your tools. Number 3, challenge what we're told, even what we've heard here. And 4, beat your own path. Don't walk someone else's. I hope you enjoyed this overview of an event apart. I certainly walked away with lessons from industry experts and had the chance to meet some new colleagues in this field. Thank you for listening.